Have you been hearing about wholesaling real estate, but you have no idea what contracts you need to use? Today in this video, we're going to go over exactly what contracts you need to use in order to get a deal done across the finish line. By the end of this video, I can promise you that you're going to know exactly what contracts to use to get a contract deal done, how to get it across the finish line, how to make money. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you everything you need. Additionally, on top of that, I'm not only going to tell you what contracts you need, but I'm going to tell you how the best way to get them filled out, and not only the best way to get them filled out, but the best way to work with sellers so you can get deals done on demand nonstop. Additional to showing you exactly what contracts you need to use, I'm going to show you the best way to get sellers to accept them over the phone so that you don't even need to go to their house. You can do this all virtually. I'm going to show you exactly how I do deals virtually without even having to go to the house. All right, so check this out. Stay tuned. So let's dive right into it. What contracts do you need to do a real estate deal? Well, it's pretty simple. You need a real estate purchase contract, okay? So what is a real estate purchase contract? Well, it's a contract that you sign directly with the seller, the person that owns the home, saying, I'm going to buy this house for a certain amount by this date with the earnest money, the property address. Obviously, it has legal terms in there, so you can go in there and sign it, and it's legally binding. Now, look, a contract is legally binding. If you sign it and they sign it, it's ready to go. You send it to the title company, you put down your earnest money, your EMD, that's what they call it. Earnest money is basically just like good faith that you're going to buy the contract. It binds you, makes the contract binding. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So a real estate purchase contract, Rep C, is a contract that you need to sign with the seller. But is that all you have to do in order to get the deal done? That is not all you need to get the deal done as a wholesaler. Yes, if you were going to purchase the property yourself, then yes, that's all you would need. But if you're going to sign it, well, as a wholesaler, you need something else than just a real estate purchase contract. You need an assignment agreement. Now, what is an assignment contract? Well, an assignment contract allows you to assign your contract that you just signed with the seller saying you're going to buy it, allows you to sign it to another buyer, okay, for a fee. It's pretty easy. All it does in this contract, it says that you are giving your rights to this contract and you're assigning it to someone else for a certain fee. They call it wholesale fee. I call it an assignment fee. You can call it whatever you want, but that is exactly what you need in order to get a deal done. So once you get the Rep C assigned from the seller, you assign your deal to a buyer and you call this an assignment contract. And as soon as that's done, you take that paper, all that paperwork to the title company, and the title company takes care of the rest. They make sure everything, the title is clean. They're doing a deal that actually can go to the finish line, because no one's going to buy a house if it's got all these liens and issues on it. So that is exactly the paperwork that you need. Now, another question you might have is, where do I find this? Okay, where do I find this paperwork so I can get a deal done? Well, it's pretty simple. You can ask, an attorney. An attorney can draft you one up. Now, that might not be actually that simple because you don't want to pay any money. You can ask me. I have one that I give away for people that are in my program. There's probably a lot that are online on free courses. I know I've seen quite a bit. Now, I wouldn't really trust using one that is just given away for free or online just because you don't know if it'll work. You definitely want to be sure. The one that I use has been battle tested, battle approved, and I've done several deals with it all over the country. That's where you can find them. Honestly, like, I wouldn't just go and get a random one. I'd probably go network with someone at a RIA, a real estate meetup, and say, hey, can I use your contract? See if someone will hook you up. But I would say go find someone that has one that's legit. You don't have to use one from the state, like a Rep C. I wouldn't use one for like an agent use. You want to use one like a cash buyer, an assignable cash buyer contract. So yeah, that's exactly where I would go, is I would network with someone at a RIA or ask me, and I'll hook you up, or join the club, join the mentorship, and obviously everything you need is included in that. Now that you know exactly what a real estate purchase contract is and what assignment contract is and actually where you can get it, I want to tell you what's the best way to get a seller to sign one, okay? So the best way to get a seller to sign a real estate purchase contract is to walk them through the contract. I actually, even when I do deals that are virtual, where I haven't ever met the seller, or I've never in person, or I've never seen the house, when I have a contract that I send to them via email, I say, hey, pull up your email, let's read through this thing together. together and let's make sure you feel comfortable and confident signing this thing. And I'll actually go through the contract, not word for word, but I'll go through it and explain it. And if they have any questions, I'll dive deeper into it. But that's the best way to get them to sign it, is over the phone. If you're in person, obviously do this in person, but if it's virtually, that's how I do most of my deals. Even in my own home market, I don't really even meet up with sellers, but I just have them sign it over the phone because I don't want to drive. But you just say, hey, let's go through this. If you feel comfortable, let's sign it. That's the best way. 100%. You do not just want to send a contract to a seller and just hope they sign it. That's not the best way to go about it. All right. So I want to dive a little bit deeper into what contracts are. I did kind of go over what a real estate purchase contract is in brevity and briefly, but I want to go a little bit deeper. But before I do, I want to invite you to one of my free masterclasses that I'm doing this week, this Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At this masterclass, I actually give you my contract. I know I said I give it to people that sign up for my course, but I actually hook you up with this real estate purchase contract for free if you come to my masterclass, because I'm there to help. I want to help you succeed. So, hey, go to my masterclass, go to paynelesswholesaling.com and register for my masterclass, and we'll hook it up. We'll hook you up with the contract if you go there, and I know it'll help you out. So let's go right into what I was going to say. I want to dive in a little bit deeper into what a real estate purchase contract is, a little bit deeper of like why you need one. What does it mean? Is it really that important that you have one? I'm going to answer these questions. So this is a video that I did in the past. It's a little bit older, but it is going to answer those questions. I want to make sure you're versed and you understand. So when you're doing this job, you feel confident. Check out this video. So if you haven't seen my mind map that I give out for free, there's a free and a paid version depending on, what resources you need out of it. But I'm just going to show you on the mind map. If you go to step 8, that's the step where you make offers to sellers. Here is the wholesale contract. It is assignable. There is one for on market, and there is one that's when someone has a property listed on the MLS, and there is one for off market. Here's a video of me filling out the contract just strictly. I just fill it out. But this time I'm telling you what kind of contract it is, and then we're going to fill it out. Okay. So if you need this agreement, the agreement that I use, it's battle tested, battle approved. I mean, it's been through people trying to cancel it, and we say, hey, you signed an agreement. So anyway, here is where you can get the assignment contract that I use. Again, it's a beast. It's got, and actually there's a couple other contracts that are available for you too, if you want to look at different ways to, whatever works for you. But I have mine that I specifically like to use. So anyway, here's the assignment contract. Pretty cool. Okay. It's in the mind map. And if you're watching this video, the link to the free mind map is available. Obviously, if you want the contracts, everything that's available in the mind map, the free one shows you the processes, the systems, everything you need. But if you want my resources, you got to join the All Access program. No problem. So now that you guys know where to find the contract, let's talk about what kind of contract it is. All right. So the real estate purchase contract that I use, and what it does, guys, it's just drafted by an attorney. It's nothing crazy. It just says we're going to buy the property for all cash. And I'm going to show you what it looks like in a second. Let's dive into what services you need to send a contract, because we're about to send this deal out and have this seller sign it. So right here, you need either DocuSign. I use PandaDoc. There's many different softwares out there, but we use PandaDoc. So let's go right into it. You just need a software where you can put your contract in here and go to town on it. So I'm going to be the buyer on this one. So you got Nathan, and then there's one signer for the seller. The seller's name is Donald Davis. All right. So we're going to put Donald Davis, and he told me to email it to his wife. So here it is. And by the way, this is a mobile home that he owns the land in Tucson, and he accepted the offer. He's like, let's freaking go. Thanks to Jay, crushing it on the phone. He's 19 years old, and he crushed it. He got it done. All right. So, hey, Jay, you ready, bro? You ready to come on here? Let's go through this contract, bro. You ready? All right. Jay's probably watching, or he's about to hop on.
Yep, I'm ready.
Let's get it, bro. So this is a contract for purchase of residence or the real estate. This is the one I use. You have access to it, and since you're a club member, and all you got to do is fill this thing out, man. It's pretty simple. And let's fill it out together. All right. So we got the address right here. Okay. So we're going to go copy and paste this bad boy in here. Property address. Let's see if I do this. Perfect. Okay. So that's the address. The purchase price on this piece, this mobile home, is $65,000. Now our plan is to have 5 days of due diligence to find a buyer, and if we don't, we're going to go back to him and say, hey, after sign, sorry, I'm just writing due diligence deadline 5 days after the contract is signed. Actually, I'm just going to put till next Friday just to make it easy, because he said he'd give us 5 days. So 9, let's just do Friday. What is that? 12/9. Okay, 12/9/22 due diligence deadline. And our goal again is to find a buyer. If we don't find someone, Jay, and someone offers like 40K or 30K, we're just gonna go say, hey, look, we talked to our partners, we're ready to go, but we're gonna need to be at less than what the buyer said they'd offer. Does that make sense? That's how you like get your fee involved and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so again, this is a normal real estate purchase contract. You have the address, the price, the due diligence, if you have due diligence. So what he said is he owns it in an LLC with his brothers. So we're gonna put the LLC there, and it's called Davis Brothers LLC. So we're gonna put that there. So that is who we're dealing with. Seller, today's date, address, purchase price, terms. This is just all legal stuff. It's just like talks about taxes. If there's any issues with the property, they have to let us know. No liens. We get possession as soon as we close. We have an inspection. We have the right to inspection of the property. Contingency is we have the right to back out. Risk of loss is if the house blows up before we buy it, we don't have to buy it. Acceptance of contract, you can put like by Sunday, but I usually just say NA, because if they're going to sign or not, I don't usually put a deadline on them. So earnest money, we try to put down as little as possible, and you can explain to the seller like, hey, we buy a lot of properties all cash, so we don't put a lot of money down just because we're quick about it. And if they have a problem with that, then you can discuss it. We would do the close date, and let's say by the end of September. I say September, I meant December. 12/30. If you have any questions, let me know. But right here says buyer agrees to purchase property in as his condition, subject to appraisal. If you want to get one, buyer pays all closing costs. Buyer may assign or transfer the rights to buy this property. So that is your assignment clause. It just says we can assign it. In the event that the buyer defaults, you get our earnest money. The seller agrees by signing this that he can't go sell with someone else. Time is of the essence to close the deal. This allows us to market the contract on the MLS if we want to. We're telling them that we do that if we need to. Buyer disclosures, that's to protect us so they can't sue us in the future, since after they see we make money, because we're telling them right now we're here to make money. Attorneys, if they try to back out and we have to go to court, they got to pay for it. Seller acknowledges that we both agreed on this deal and prohibition. And to be real, I've done this for 4 years. I still don't know what that means, but who cares? And bada bing, bada boom, it's ready, dude. What do you think?
It looked good to me.
Any questions?
Not really. This isn't my first time filling out a contract. Like I told you before, when I first had my first week got into it. I just I signed a bad deal, but I think I downloaded like a free contract from Rick.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Something similar. It was just it got the same terms. Like most of it looked just like. Not like it don't look just like this, but it had the same.
Yeah, of course, it's a little different, but hey, man, so yeah, that's good. That's good that you're able to see, I guess, what a different contract looks like. Again, you don't have to have the same contract. It's not like there's a nationwide specific real estate contract to wholesale or buy someone's property all cash. They're all different. There's ones from all different coaches, all different companies. This is the one I use, and so anyway, here it is, guys. We're gonna send this off, and then what I'm gonna give to you, Jay, is you're going to go call them after I send this and just remind them, hey, we sent that over. Sorry, it took some time. We've been really busy. Will you sign that right now so we can start our due diligence process on Monday? And, just let me know. If he signs, then I'll get it. But pretty much that's all we really need. We got everything set up, all right? All right, send via email. Let's send this junk. All right, create new document. And I'll fill it out right now. So my portion is signed. And this is bada bing. That's it, bro. You make offers, you send contracts, they sign or they don't. And my thing, I usually, before I send the contract, Jay, I call them and I would say, hey, Donald, I just sent you the contract. I wanted to review it with you before you sign it to make sure you don't have any questions. Do you have some time to look at it right now? Okay, great. All right, I'll send it. So actually, I don't even send it until I get them on the phone, because the chances of them ghosting you if you send the contract, likely,
it's pretty likely that if you just send it and you just hope they sign, that they can go bring the contract to someone else, try to get a higher offer. So again, this is my process. I fill it out. I call them. I say, hey, are you in front of your computer? Or do you have 5 minutes that we can look at this contract before you sign? I just want to make sure you don't have any questions about it before I send it. Oh, no, I'm good. Send it over. I'm on my computer. Okay, great. I send it. He opens up the contract. We go through it. I read it, not step by step, but I go through it little by little just to make sure he doesn't have any questions. And then I say, hey, is everything good to go? Yeah, everything's good. All right. Can you sign it just so we can get the ball rolling right now? Okay, great. So again, I usually don't send it unless they're over on the phone, but my excuse is it's Saturday and you got this. All right.
All right. If you like that content, I definitely got more of it. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so I can get you more information like that. And I look forward to working with you again and talking to you later. Peace out.